One of the things we do every year, I think those of you who have been to past conferences, is we have an award, and I want to ask Linda Adams, the chair of our board, to come up as well, that we give to climate champions. And we mean this in the truest sense of the word champions, people who've been out there fighting in the trenches, battling climate change. So we really use those kinds of figures of speech to talk about what these champions have been achieving. And this year, for the first time, we have renamed or named our awards for Mary Nichols. They're now the Mary D. Nichols Climate Action Champion Awards to recognize her leadership and stewardship. We're very proud that she was the first chair of the board of the California Climate Action Registry, which is now the Climate Action Reserve, and we have Linda Adams here as well, the current chair of the Climate Action Reserve. So with that, we have a number of awards. We want to give them off. And the first, I see some of our awardees are here, and those of you who haven't seen these,
so
see, we truly are fighting the fight, right? So the first award is for the Environmental Defense Fund. And the Environmental Defense Fund has been particularly strong in fighting for strong climate change policy going back to the early days of AB 32, certainly in the Proposition 23 wars here in California, where there was an attempt to try to roll back AB 32 protections, and most recently standing shoulder to shoulder in a really unique circumstance in a court here in California, where the Environmental Defense Fund, the Climate Action Reserve, another nonprofit organization, a coalition of businesses stood side by side with the state of California and the state's attorneys in defending the offsets provisions of AB 32, successfully defending those provisions. So I want to provide this award to the Environmental Defense Fund, and I want to ask Mary if she'd like to make a comment or two as well.
Oh, no.
No? Okay. I think I've covered it. So with that, we have Derek Walker here. So please congratulate Derek. Strap it on. You can wear it.
I was told specifically not to say a few words, but since I think the crowd today, the comments, the level of the speakers and the level of participation here is really a sign of how exciting what's happening in California actually is, and how our leadership is continuing to be a beacon not just for others around the US, but for others around the world. And we are so proud to receive an award named after one of the greatest champions that's ever lived on this issue, Mary Nichols. And it's great to be standing up here with the others who are doing so much great work. So thank you very much to Gary, Mary, and Linda, and to the Reserve.
And please stay on the stage. We're going to have a group photo in a moment. So our second award, and maybe I'll let Linda, you can present this one, is for the Walt Disney Company. And for those of you who were here yesterday, you saw the kind of leadership that the Walt Disney Company is taking on climate change. They have actually imposed a tax within the company for all of their business units based on their emissions, and they use the proceeds from that tax to go out and reduce emissions in offset projects and elsewhere. And as Bob Antonopoulos, the general counsel, assistant general counsel at the Disney Company, has told me, as soon as that tax went into place, he saw those business units out there looking for ways that they could shave their costs, the way they could reduce their emissions. So we want to recognize the great work of the Disney Company, both in addressing its global emissions as a company, but also for the work they did, as you saw yesterday, on the Cuyamaca State Park, Rancho State Park reforestation project. So Bob, if you'd come up. Very nice. Boy,
are they going to love me at Oakland Airport tomorrow?
That one goes through security, no problem.
Oh, it'll set off a few things, I can tell already. Thank you so much for this totally unexpected award. It's been a great adventure for us, and I appreciate the opportunity to present our video that we did yesterday and talk about some of the things we're doing at the company. One of the things I didn't say yesterday is, we're under the cap at our large facility in Anaheim, so we're not part of the AB 32 program, or we're below the cap. But it didn't mean we had to stop and say, oh, we don't have any things to do as a company. So that's what we're doing, and it's nice getting recognized for it, and we're really thankful to receive this award. Thank you.
Thank you, and please stay on the stage. And we do have an award for Christiana Figueres. Unfortunately, she's not able to attend today, but we will send it to her as well. Certainly, her leadership has been tremendous in dark and stormy seas, as she indicated yesterday. So I want to let Mary present the next award. And the next award, I think, this is a particularly appropriate time to be naming the award the Mary D. Nichols Climate Action Champion Award, because our next awardee is Mr. James Goldstene, the former executive officer of the California Air Resources Board, under whose leadership not only did we get a cap-and-trade program in place and diesel rules in place, but a whole range of environmental initiatives. And I think in particular for me, and I want to let Mary speak as well to James's accomplishments, is James really was focused and singular in a way that I haven't seen people when it came to the idea of linkage. He, I think above everybody else, recognized that California couldn't do this alone and we needed partners, and James is the kind of guy who knows how to build partnerships and collaborate. And so we want to make sure that James is recognized for that work, and the framework we have today for linkage, I think, is largely due to the great work and leadership of James Goldstene. There you go. And feel free to say a word.
We're following your rules.
Yeah, I know, we broke the rules.
I just want to say thank you to all of you, but particularly to Mary and Linda, who supported me and made it possible to do what we've all done together. So thank you, and thank you both again for your tremendous leadership. Thank you.
All right, let's keep fighting for the climate. So thank you all this morning for coming to our conference. We still have several more breakout sessions the rest of the day, a lot more networking opportunities, a lot more opportunity to meet and dialogue. But we appreciate all of you coming again this year. It's a very exciting year here in California and beyond, and we hope to see you again next year at the conference. So have a great afternoon.